Just setting this up to see what it's going to look like on camera, so I don't expect to get a whole lot done here. I've got about 15 minutes to mess around with this Rat-Ogre guy I'm working on. Have been for, I don't know when I started him, a few years ago. Found him in a drawer, half painted. I had like maybe part of the skin base coat done, that was it. So I've been poking at him the last few nights whenever I felt like it, just to see what I can get done. Get these guys out of the way. And yeah, I've got a little bit of metal to do, flocking, base, stuff like that. So at the moment I'm just finishing up touch-ups, see if I can get any of it done. And I want to see how to look, if I can stream or whatnot. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I don't have anything on the brush right now, just as a heads up. This is just more for my own look. See, I'm doing this and looking up close. I lied, there's just a hint of water in there. Thankfully everything on here is dry. I just want to make sure the lighting is right so you can actually see what I'm doing. I'm a terrible painter, and yeah, most of my stuff comes out looking, you know, kind of half-assed. I got fisherwoman, fishmonger. These are, these little ones are just WizKids ones that I just slapped some contrast paints on and did a little bit of touch up here and there on. I don't consider these done yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Yeah, I gotta get them in frame. Man, getting the lighting on minis is tough. Let's see if I bring this guy over and in front of my face. Because everything ends up in shadow here, it looks like. We'll see. I'll probably have until one or both of my daughters comes down to, air quote, surprise me. So for the Rat-Ogre, I'm down to the metals. I tend to do metals kind of close to last because I get annoyed at how they tend to flow and the mess they make. But I have to use a separate cup for them, so. This is a plate mail metal, warm painter. As you can hear, I already have metal ball in this one. Get a little water, get this flowing a little bit, not just goopy. See how this works. Ooh, a little too much water in there. Whoops. So yeah, I use these plastic containers. This was the cover for the airbrush that I recently got. I haven't figured out how to use it. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong, but it just does not want to work for me. I've watched all the YouTube tutorials and crap, and it does me no good in the slightest. I've followed all the instructions. I have the technical understanding of what's supposed to be happening, but the how's that look? Oh man, getting stuff out of shadows on the camera is going to be a trick. Also, I paint for fun. I don't even play most of these. Like, I play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't really play much in the way of Warhammer, just because it's so hard to get a game going, and with two little ones, I don't have time for a 3-hour game. Anybody got time for that? Not with small ones. They require a lot of attention. So, with that being said, I do like to paint the models. I think the GW models, particularly the older ones, are fantastic. They're a lot of fun. They look really cool. And I tend to use them for other stuff. My daughter actually likes to, quote-unquote, play models, which is take a bunch of my painted ones that I've completed and put them out on a table and just make them do stuff, which I encourage. I don't mind. They're toys. If they, even regardless of what it says on the package, they're toys. So I let her play with them, you know, with the understanding that they're fragile and she should be careful, and many of them are pointy. They don't go in mouths. All of that good stuff. And to her credit, she likes playing with them enough that she follows all the rules. I don't think I've ever had to correct her on any of it. Now I do have a base coat of metal on a lot of these bits, so right now I'm just going back over and just slapping a little bit more. Part of the reason I love Skaven so much is they're so grody that having uneven paint jobs is not much of a problem. I do try to get, keep the lines as clean as I can, but I don't worry about edge highlighting a whole lot. I don't do much of that stuff. Unless it's a model that I really have a particularly love for. Ah, thank you. Hey, Nilus 666, that's awesome. I didn't think anybody would actually be in here by the time I started this thing. And by the time I was done. Yeah, this is one of the Rat-Ogres from the Blood Island starter set for Warhammer Fantasy before Age of Sigmar came out. In fact, I have another box of that. I have a box of the Island of I have Island of Blood. I have another unopened box of the Dwarf and Orcs Goblins one. So that was, I guess, 7th edition Fantasy. And then I have one from like 2000 or something. It's the last edition where they included the complete hardcover rulebook in the box set, unopened as well. So I bought it because it had, oh God, what did it have in it? I think it had Empire and Skaven, I want to say. So, yeah. Let's see. I'll do that little rivet. So I have bronze for a lot of this. I'm going to go back over with a wash once this... whatever, it's a Skaven. I missed on this one here, and there's just a little extra silver up. Let's see, I'm leaving those as leather wraps because they didn't spend any money on this guy. Let's see, any other rivets or anything I want to hit? Any other dark spots? I'm trying to use both the camera and my eyes here. I usually just get my face all up in it to see the spots that I missed, but it's actually interesting looking at it on camera and get a different view. Problem really is the lighting. Sorry, I am embarrassed about my nails. I'm a nail biter because I am a nervous wreck all of the time. I think for the ringer on that belt, I think I'm gonna make that ringer silver as well. The other thing I like to do is, as you can see, I have a bunch of minis in various states of partial completion here. One of the other things that I like to do is, all right, I'm done with this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got some, I don't know if you can see in there. See if I can get this focus. There we go. All right, so in here, as I was doing some of the green barbels from the warp, I got some of the green all slopped on his bandana or his leather face wrap here. And so I had these as little bronze staples, but I'm gonna just touch them up a little bit. They'll still have a little bronze to them, which is fine. Because I'm going to have to... No, I got it on there. Oh, I shake too much. I'm going to have to go over all that anyway. Just rub that off. Oh, no. Already dry. Oh, metallics. The bane of my existence. Yeah. How did you quit, Nilu? You said you used to. Did you quit entirely, or you just have been able to reduce? Because I've been fighting. I've used the nail-biting nail polish. I've tried real nail polish, just so I have a visual of when I was actually biting my nails. I've tried keeping a nail file on me at all times. I've tried keeping clippers on me, because I have a tactile thing where if there's a little bit hanging off, I have to address it, and if I don't have anything, I bite it, which obviously just makes things worse. But so any tips would be appreciated. Oh, well, congratulations. That is an amazing feat. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because I've been fighting my entire life on this one. I don't know when it started, but it's been as long as I can remember that I've been doing it. So, good on you, and if you have any tips, I will happily take them. Oh, do I want to do those little rivets? I'm afraid I'm going to have to redo all the leather if I screw this up. Alright, here we go. I'm going to go for the rivets on his straps here. Wish me luck. Alright. Okay. I got the one. Man, the lighting is hard. I can see why most people that do painting do it not on stream and do it entirely like on YouTube and stuff, because holy moly, getting the lighting right for this is just intense. Alright, that's not too bad. I can fix that with shade. Yeah, no, those details are fine enough to worry, or enough to worry about. It looks like there's like a possible strap down here, like a strap harness thing down here, but I don't think I'm gonna worry about that. Oh, I know what I forgot. There it is. Up under his arm here. I don't know if you can see it. There. Right there is another piece sticking out from the leather wrapping, holding the pointy drill bit on, that I forgot to paint in bronze, so I'm just going back with silver, because again, Skaven, they don't care what materials they use what they got. One of the best parts of painting a junk army like Skaven or orcs is they may have preferences and patterns, but they also don't care much and don't have much in the way of resources, so. Oh man, this is tough to make scene. Ooh. Alright, neem leaves. I'll have to look that up. I've tried the produced stuff that comes in the bottle, but I'll have to see about that. See about a wrap. As long as I can continue to type, my job requires me to be on the computer all day, so. Boop. Hey, alright. Little hot breath on there to get it dry a little bit more quickly. Alright, did I miss anything? This is the worst part. This is why, the worst part about doing models, in my opinion, is missing stuff and then having to go back all the way at the end because I missed something silly. Like, already I can see when I did the, so I did a base of, for the nails. Oops, I probably shouldn't have done that. Now he's got glitter paint on him. Oh well. For the nails and his spikes, I used a base of like bone color. What is it? Army Painter skeleton bone. And then over that I did contrast a skeleton horde to give it some texture, and because the skeleton bone doesn't cover evenly. And I think that looks really, if I can get it to focus again. There we go. I think that looks pretty nice for the spikes. Let's see if I can get them under the white light here. There we go. For those spikes and for his, the claws on his one hand, I think that looks really good for like a dirty bone. Completely forgot to do his toenails. So, while I'm waiting for that metallic nonsense to dry, so that I can do a quick wash over top of it, I'm going to I apologize also for the noise machine off and on that's going on. That's my monitors for my 2 children that are currently napping. They have sound machines, and my older daughter likes to change the noise on her sound machine, so she's got it set to like thunderstorm or some nonsense now, so I can barely hear it. And the other one just likes it loud and white noise. There we go. Love these contrast paints. I expect Speed Painter paints to be similar, just, they flow nicely, they go directly where I kind of put them, have decent coverage, really, considering how thin they need to be to do what they're doing. So, beauty. Now his toenails match his fingernails. Hooray! Or claws, whatever. Alright. You can't. There we go. Now I can see it. Alright. Hey, alright. Right? That is what I love about the Warhammer stuff. Their models are so very evocative of, that would be terrifying if it were real. If I came across one of these to scale, I would be out of my mind with terror. There we go. And that's beyond just the normal skittishness in my nature. There we go. I forgot his teeth, too. Not anymore. Now he's got good yellow teeth, like a proper coffee drinker should. Alright. Let's get some wash on this guy. Get that metal down from shiny. Skaven are not proud. They care not for cleanliness or shiny metal. Well, they like the shiny, but they're not going to keep it shiny. Now the ever-loving question. Oh my god. Titans from Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan would be mere children. Yep. Do I go sepia tone, or do I go for the classic, or do I go earth shade to give it that muddy look, that brownish muddy look, or do I go with the classic, like, Nuln Oil black, badab black for shadowy? Griffon sepia, Seraphim sepia. I'm gonna use the old school. This is an older model now, so I'm gonna use that old school Griffon sepia. Sepia. Mainly because this bottle is nearly gone. This was one of my heavily used shades, particularly for Skaven and Orcs and Goblins. And just gives it a nice dirty look. I usually will do this number here on his... I moved that one light right into my eyes. There we go. Yeah, muddy dark. Yeah, I dig it. Alright, so let's see. I tend to do just like the kind of bottom, so you let this stuff drag, plus the rats, they just leave their droppings wherever. They're not gonna taking off their wraps for that. Get it all muddy in the bottom. And cover up that little guy. Now for where it's gonna be visible. Yeah. Oh, that gives it. Oh, nice. With that. Okay. With the what is that? With that brass undertone. Before I put brass on his entire wristlet thing here. With that brass undertone and the sepia pulling up all the uneven parts of it, it almost makes it look a little rusty. I dig that without having to do RZA rust or dry brush or any of that nonsense. I'm the laziest of painters. I want it to look done. I was gonna say good, as good as I can get it quickly done, but no, really I just want it to look done. Oh, and there's the baby. She's done. She's awake. Alright, well, that, as soon as I get this finished here, is gonna end this. Oh, did she find her pacifier? Let's take a look at the water here. Nope. She's ready to be up from her nap. So, with that, I'm going to finish his little drill bit here. Oh, it's bent. Even better. Get that underside. And I'm going to go get her. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate the view here. Nilu666. This was just really a test stream to see if I could even do something like this with my... I'm just using my iPhone as a my camera here. This is a proof of concept for myself. I'm gonna go back and watch the stream later, or rewatch it later here, and see what it looks like. I gotta wake up my other daughter too, so all right. I think I get it. Oh, the underside here. Whoop whoop. Oh yeah, let me get all of this too. I mentioned that I wanted to do his leather. I really just, kind of slopped this on for Skaven, so, and they end up looking decent. I'm not gonna win a golden demon anytime soon, but I'm not going for that. I'm going for have a model on the table. So there we go. There it is. Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. And yeah, maybe I'll do this again. Thanks. How do I stop this thing? Thank you. Appreciate that. And we'll catch you next time.